Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. This is the Island of Dr. Moreau #1. And, it's from IDW. Yeah, me, Elizibar, your host. Buy an IDW book that's not Star Trek The Q Conflict? It happened. This is proof. You are viewing it right here. It's a thing that has happened to us. It's a good looking book. Oh, I'm trying to figure out, what to show. So, I guess before we get into this, we got to talk about the Island of Dr. Moreau in general. Uh, H.G. Wells' story, I don't know what year he wrote it, but it would have been around turn of the 20th century. And it concerns a doctor. Late Victorian era, doctor trying to turn animals to people. Trying to show that with his skills, his knowledge, his abilities, he can put that spark of intellect, that spark of civilization into a leopard. Now, it's also a story. Like you hear that, and you're like, oh, okay, that sounds kind of interesting. But it's a horror story. It's a story of pain, of torment. It's like Frankenstein. It's a warning story. This is the thing that science could unleash upon all of us. And this book doesn't waste any time jumping right into it. I feel like in this book, man, in my copy of this book, I'm just looking at it now. It's got like a scuff here. There's a spine tick. This is how I bought it, but this was the only copy the store had. This is the only one they had on the shelf, and so I got it. We start off with a person washing ashore. Now, in the novel, that person is it's probably about like a mid-20s guy. It's been probably maybe not quite 10 years since I read Island of Dr. Moreau last. It's a great story, by the way. If you haven't read it, you should read it. You can get it on Amazon for free for your Kindle, I think, which is how I've read the book. I've never actually sat down and had a physical copy of it in my hand. It's always been digital copies. Don't know why. Don't know why, but it's a thing. It happened. And so our main character, who in this version is a woman, which is kind of anachronistic, washes ashore, is rescued by the hunter, Montgomery. See him here. Looking very Montgomery-ish. I feel like, and there's Dr. Moreau. I feel like this story is telling multiple chapters at a time. Like every 2-page spread is a whole chapter. That's what I feel like. It feels really rushed. We're going through the early part of the story at a super breakneck pace. And that's saying something because it's a pretty short story. I feel like it's only like 120 pages long or something. It is a short novel, and it moves fast. It doesn't give you a chance to breathe at any point in the story. Well, this one's the same way. This adaptation is absolutely the same way. So, young woman, in this version of the story, young woman, let's that up so you can see her right there, washes up on the shore of a mysterious island. The natives seem strange, but Montgomery and Dr. Moreau seem like, maybe some unusual people, but, they don't have claws for hands, for example. And she wanders. She wanders, ends up somewhere she shouldn't. So Dr. Moreau's like, Montgomery, take her back to her room. This is after Montgomery's talked to her. She's had a bite to eat. They've resuscitated her because she washed up on shore because the ship she was on sunk. Pretty much an unhappy experience all around for her. Oh dear, you know what? I should look up her name because I don't remember. I was about to call her something and I don't remember if that's actually the name of this character or if they renamed her. Let's see. Ellie Prindick. I think the last name is the same. The first name might have changed. But look at this. Look at this art. This is a pretty looking book. I love everything about this art. It's got just enough detail that it's visually interesting. The colors are mostly, but not completely flatted on, with little hashered shading to provide like the depth of color. It's a beautiful book to look at. We haven't gotten to the monsters yet. And so she wanders off and goes looking. and she sees some stuff she really shouldn't see. I got to show you this one because this is kind of what they're showing on the cover. So I got to show you the big cat man. This is beautiful. And she tracks him a little bit and sees his handiwork right there. And like I said, that stuff happens in like, gosh, it's been so long since I've read the book, but that's like 4 chapters into the book, and we're already running into that here on like page 10. Like we are not pausing to catch our breath one bit. She wanders in on Moreau operating on somebody, runs away. Yeah, no, I'm just kind of giving you the book report version of what's going on here. But it's all to lead up to she goes out into the woods, she's running away, she runs into a monkey man. The monkey man tells her, hey, it's almost time to eat the food of man. Come to the village, come to the huts. And she's like, where? Where is that? So she follows him there, and of course we get the lawgiver. Now, one of the great joys in life is the original adaptation of this movie. Not because it's a fantastic movie, although it is pretty good. It is a super solid movie. I don't remember, what is it? Island of Lost Souls? Island of Lost Souls 1932 full movie YouTube. Oh, YouTube. YouTube. Let's see. 3 reasons. Theatrical trailer. What do I want to look at? Reviews. Oh, something I can just pull up the clip at the very end of Bela Lugosi in his awesome costume. Oh, it might be right here. It might be right here. This is, oh my god, this looks like somebody holding a video camera up to their TV of their VHS tape. Hold on. We gotta make this happen. We gotta make this happen. Let me flip over to showing my monitor. Sound? Turned way down. Dude, you can't see anything. But that's Dr. Moreau standing up here with a whip. What is the law? Not to run on all fours. That is the law. Are we not men? What is the law? Not to eat meat. Anyway, Bela Lugosi as the lawgiver is absolutely fantastic in that movie, and when I read it, I heard him. If that makes any sense. I've also seen and I like the more modern adaptation from the '90s with oh wow, I'm blanking on his name. I am absolutely blanking on his name. Anyway, I was just really happy to see the lawgiver. That the lawgiver was just as shaggy here as he is in the actual film adaptation. You know, because Bela Lugosi has this huge, bushy beard. The lawgiver here, big beard. I really appreciate that touch. This is gorgeous. Look at this, man. This looks awesome. This looks like a book I would want to see like monthly. I don't know who the people that worked on this book are. Like I looked at these names, and Gabriel Rodriguez is. Oh no, that's not the butthole guy, is it? Oh no. Oh, if it is, and I'm praising him, that's going to be terrible. Let's look this up. Hold on. Gabriel Rodriguez art. Let's find out. Let's see. Oh, he's the lock and key guy? Okay, yeah, great, Wikipedia. You're useless. I also did the work for Subterranean Press Edition Joe Hill's Nosferatu, Chilean comic book artist. Maybe this isn't the same the same guy that sends people on Twitter pictures of his butt. I hope not. I hope not. Because this is great. This is some great looking stuff in this book. Well, I no longer know who I'm talking about. The point is, I really like the art in this book. And every step of the way, every panel, every little bit, it looks good. Even just kind of flipping through here, I'm not sure there's a whole lot of like boring stuff, because even when you have like a flat panel somewhere, and let me find an example out of something I've already showed. Yeah, even when you've got like kind of a flat panel like this, Isn't that visually distinctive? She's hiding. You can feel the fear coming from her. See him, and he's in shadow to make him look more visually distinct and interesting. The camera angles are wonderfully chosen to provide that sense of motion and fear. The dialogue, I don't have a copy of the book in front of me to like double check that the dialogue they exchange is accurate, but I think it's close enough, with one exception of some lines that were changed by making the main character into a woman. A couple lines from Montgomery that changed from that, and I kind of have this feeling that I'm not going to like where it's going to go in the future. But the book is appropriately beautiful when it needs to be beautiful. It's grotesque and macabre when it needs to be grotesque. It's fast. There's no waste here. There's nothing to trim off of it. It's just a great trip. And I'm looking forward to the second issue. I don't know how many issues are in this series. I feel like we've covered somewhere between the first third and first half of the story in this one issue, which seems like a breakneck pace. But you know what? I complain about comic books being slow and decompressed, and having one not do that is pretty awesome. You all have a great day out there. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Until then, bye bye. And of course, I just couldn't find like a better clip of the lawgiver, could I? No. It's literally somebody's camcorder recording of their VHS tape of that scene, re-encoded on YouTube at 720p. Whatever, right? Whatever. Bye bye.